What is going on, everyone? I'm Darkon25, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately about comboing with Morrigan. Which bread and butter should I be doing? How do I get higher damage out of my Morrigan combos? And just how to stop dropping combos. And Morrigan isn't at all intuitive like most of the other cast is. I think she's probably the hardest character to combo with in Marvel. So I thought I'd create a series of guides featuring all the combos that I know. I'll start with the basics and work my way up towards the more advanced combos, just to help, mainly just to help the newer players and maybe some of the more veteran players looking to get higher damage out of their Morrigan combo. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with my bread and butter. So I've been doing this combo for a while now, basically since the beginning of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's one of the better combos to learn. It's really easy to do. There's no flies, unflies, shadow blades, or sulfus, so it's a really great combo to learn if you're just starting out as Morrigan. The damage is not that great, but it's not that bad either. It caps at around 530 to 550 depending on your opening hit. If you start off with Shell Kick or a multi-hit beam assist, it's obviously going to lower the damage, but it shouldn't be too bad overall. This combo is probably the best happy birthday combo for Morrigan. In terms of damage and reliability, there's really nothing better. There are other combos that do more damage and maybe give a little bit more meter, but they're generally not worth the risk. Now, to do the combo, you're going to want to land an opening hit, and that opening hit could be anything. It can be just a random shell kick, a random fireball to shell kick, an assist to fireball to shell kick, whatever. But once you do get that opening hit, you're going to want to go into light, medium, crouching heavy, and then forward heavy. Now, you can take out the crouching heavy, because I know a lot of players have trouble going from crouching heavy to forward heavy. If you're getting accidental fireballs, that means you're sweeping with your stick or your D-pad when you should be tapping. Now, if you're still having trouble with that crouching H, you can simply just take it out, and you should still be able to combo from standing M to forward heavy just fine. So after that forward H hits, it's going to pop the opponent up into the air, and what we want to do is get the opponent back down to the ground. So to do that, we're going to go into a jump, a medium, heavy, and then S. Now there's a little trick to this part, and that is we need slight pauses in between the medium and the H and the S. And we need that because if Morrigan does that series too quickly, the third shell kick will hit, and Morrigan will be too high off the ground, and she'll be unable to catch the opponent after she lands. But with just a couple of slight pauses, Morrigan's third hit of her shell kick will land just as Morrigan reaches the ground, making it a lot easier to catch the opponent with a standing medium. And from here, you're just going to go into a whole nother rep of what you just did. Or you go into a crouching H, or you can skip the crouching H, into a forward H, jump, into medium, heavy S, and again, don't forget the pauses. Then you're going to catch the opponent with the standing medium into a crouching H, into a launch. Now at this point, you really want to pay attention to where your opponent is at as you're launching them. Best case scenario, your launcher connects and your opponent is low to the ground, and if that's the case, you can simply go into medium, medium, heavy, and then heavy shadow blade and either tack or finishing shower, and you should have no issues. But if your opponent is really high up in the air and either too close or too far from you, you're gonna have to change up that super jumping series a little bit. For instance, if your opponent is too high up in the air, you're going to want to skip the two mediums and go directly into heavy, and then medium shadow blade, and then into tack or finishing shower. And that was how to do my bread and butter, and I'll be back at a later date to do another combo, but until then, I will catch you guys later. Peace.